Why is she coming out here? Not right now. Later. I guess you can.
4, 3, 2.
You taking a picture? People are laughing. Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Megan, and with me, as always, is Thomas.
Hello, everybody.
You're supposed to say something else. You're supposed to say party on.
Party on, Megan.
Party on, Thomas. I want to call you Garth. Well, here we are, Wayne and Garth, coming to you from my parents' backyard. Tiana is having a good time. She's really happy that this is happening.
We still live stream from our parents' house, which is totally bogus and lame, I know.
We don't have basements, so we just use our parents' backyard. Hi, Vicky. People are laughing at you. I look normal.
I don't know what's
I
so
look
funny.
Soup's cute.
What is so funny?
Tiana screenshotted us.
Oh my.
Well, we're a little bit like Wayne's World in that we do this little show every week, and it is probably the same amount of or lesser quality than Wayne's World show out of their basement.
Wayne's World, party time, excellent.
What am I supposed to ask you? Like, hey Garth, how are you doing in this quarantine?
Well, I guess you could say it's like a new pair of underwear. At first it's constrictive, but after a time it becomes a part of you. I planned that ahead.
Your beard really matches your hair.
It really does. I'm a natural blonde.
Yeah.
In case y'all were wondering.
Well, guys, I guess we'll get started. Hello, welcome to Megan's World with Garth.
Hello,
So
everybody.
my ears are so big, they stick out from this. Ugh, I hate my big ears. I said it a minute ago, gosh, my ears are too big for this hat. And Thomas goes, yeah. Hi, I thank you for all of the fantastic compliments. I just want to give you a quick update on RFC. We are nearing reopening time, we think. Everything depends on the stay-at-home order being lifted, so we're just kind of waiting to see what happens with that. But we plan to open the bistro as soon as we can, as soon as we are allowed to, at 25% capacity. And so as soon as phase 1 officially starts, Abby Singer's Bistro will open. We're getting ready to do that now. We're moving furniture around today, making sure it's 10 feet apart from each other. And the theater will be a little bit later than the bistro. So we are hoping to open the theater this summer. So we have plans in motion to get that started. But bistro comes first. Theater will be a little bit later. And we will continue Megan's Movie Club every week until the theater reopens. So even once we kind of start going back to work and start opening the bistro, the theater's going to be a little bit behind, and we'll still be here every Thursday. So hope that you join us. What, you got
So
something?
wait.
Hold those.
This live stream is being brought to you by the Robinson Film Center.
Yes, Garth.
You know, it's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
I didn't know Garth was a Nirvana fan. I thought Nirvana wasn't around yet when Wayne's World was around.
I believe Nirvana may have been emergent.
Here's a
at that
little bit
time.
of trivia. Nirvana was asked to be in Wayne's World too, and they declined. So, but Kurt Cobain was a fan of Wayne's World. I gave you these to hold because the wind was blowing.
What
them.
was the reason for their declination?
I think, from what I have read, that Kurt Cobain saw the footage that had been shot for the second movie and was not super impressed.
Oh.
But there was a joke on one of the Wayne's World skits where they thought that Nirvana, the lyrics, they thought it said, "Hey, Wayne," instead of "Hey, wait," and Kurt Cobain. He says he fell out of his chair laughing so hard. So he was a fan. But anyway, our version of Garth is a Nirvana fan rather than an Aerosmith fan.
That's true. I think they wail. They're big. They're awesome.
Okay, let's see this first picture.
Oh, look at that's my friend Wayne. He's a little. Somehow he's aged, but
Does he look like Anderson Cooper to anyone else? He kind of has an Anderson Cooper look. This is Mike Myers today, or recently. How are we gonna make this not fly away? He got a start. That's who plays Wayne, by the way. I know I look a lot like him, but it's really Mike Myers. So Mike Myers got his start in Second City, Toronto. He's a Canadian, eh? Then he was on Saturday Night Live SNL from 1989 to 1995. Wayne's World was his film debut, and he's made a lot of films since then. Here are some of his memorable roles.
Yeah, baby.
Thomas is really good at impressions. Let me amend that. Thomas thinks he's really good at impressions.
I'm so good at impressions.
He's really happy to be Garth. Okay,
day.
so this is Austin Powers. That's his most successful film franchise, or one of them. He also plays Dr. Evil.
Yes, Dr. Evil.
Yeah, good. Okay, next.
Can I get some freaking sharks with some freaking laser beams on their freaking heads?
Is Ken Scruggs in here?
I'm a big fan of Mike
Ken,
Myers.
are you here? Because guess what? Mike Myers starred as Shrek. Finally.
Everything comes back to Shrek.
Yeah, what else? Oh, some of his, and then, this is interesting. He played a record exec in Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie about Queen.
That's right.
Which is funny, because he sings Bohemian Rhapsody in this movie.
Right, it's almost like maybe that's why he got
Ken's excited.
the role.
But listen, people love you right now. You're so popular
I don't even know why. I'm not even doing a bit or wearing a costume. I've just made some changes during the quarantine. How is it faring?
He's just embracing. This is what he really feels like
wear
inside.
this from here on out.
Yeah.
And I would just expect everyone to treat me as
we will.
Right.
I'm going to wear this hat everywhere I go.
I have my original Wayne's World hat from middle school sitting around. It's not all that different from that, but...
He was a British general in Inglourious Basterds, you're right. I didn't give you all of his film roles because we don't have all day. But let me tell you, see if you remember some of his best characters from SNL. Do you remember this guy? Thomas, do you know what's his name?
That's the playground kid.
Yeah, Philip.
Right.
Hyperactive, hypoglycemic, and thanks to a sense of comedic timing, hyper hilarious.
Yes.
Okay.
This is Simon. He likes to do drawings.
My name is Simon, and I like to do drawings.
I like to draw all day long.
And this is Danny DeVito is his bath time buddy.
Yeah.
In
Are
this.
you looking at my bum? Cheeky monkey.
Do you remember Linda from Coffee Talk?
Coffee Talk.
Coffee Talk. Here's a topic.
Here's a topic.
Pandemic. Discuss.
Discuss.
Yeah. Okay. And he based this off of his real mother-in-law. He used the same name and everything. Linda Richmond.
We'll talk. No big
Coffee. We'll talk. Hi everyone. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and then.
Dita.
Yes. Can you do his voice? You can't.
Welcome to Sprockets. I am Dita. Now is the time when we watch the monkey dance. I'm so good.
I'm so tickled.
Yeah.
I'm so tickled at everything today.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Mike Myers. Starring as Garth in the film, not Thomas, even though he looks just like him, is Dana Carvey. This is Dana Carvey today. Hello.
I'm big fans of both these gentlemen.
Are you? That's so good. His career has been primarily in stand-up. Here he is, standing up. That's what you do when you do stand-up.
He's done some films.
Yeah, so he had an early role, and you know what film this is from?
Is that from The Monk?
No. It's from This Is Spinal Tap.
That's right.
He and Billy Crystal play mimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real. Blink and you'll miss it.
Clean slate.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, well, just go ahead.
Anyway, he was on SNL from 1986 to 1993. Wayne's World was also his first film role. And here he is in Clean Slate. This was a movie that was pretty forgettable. This is that has the distinction of being one of the worst reviewed movies of all time. It's called Master of Disguise.
That's right.
Here he is playing a turtle.
God love him. He's a very talented man.
But his movie career has been not good, guys. Not good.
Very talented.
But he is the voice of Pops in Secret Life of Pets. So there he is.
Here he is doing an impression I also
Who's running this show?
I also do very well. Johnny Carson. That's just wild.
We've moved on to some memorable SNL characters, but Thomas doesn't want to wait for me.
I'm just so excited to be here.
Oh my goodness. So there he is as Johnny Carson, which really, really looks like Johnny Carson.
Wild stuff. Weird, wild stuff.
And you do a really good, let's see your H.W. Bush.
Not gonna that.
Is that it?
That's all.
Okay.
Not got that.
George H.W. Bush. His son was played by Will Ferrell. Here is Hans and Franz. We're here to pump
you up.
There they are.
Little girly man.
And his most famous role is the church lady.
Well, isn't that special?
Yeah. You should go be on. Have you auditioned for Saturday Night Live?
I would love, in another life, I think that would have suited me nicely.
Hold. Do
Yes.
not show any more pictures. The character of Garth is based on who, Thomas?
It's based on Dana Carvey's brother.
Dana Carvey's brother, named Brad, who was kind of this quiet, still is, kind of this quiet computer genius. And he based the speech pattern. He based kind of the whole personality of Garth on his brother. And this is interesting. Dana Carvey declined the hosting job for Late Night on NBC that went instead to Conan O'Brien. He wanted to spend more time with his family. And now, Thomas, tell us about the Dana Carvey-Mike Myers feud.
I don't know that I would describe it as a feud.
We're going to describe it as a feud.
Okay, it's a feud.
They've made up.
They have, of course, yes, they have. I think that there were some hurt feelings because there's this. It was over Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil's voice and mannerisms are inspired by Lorne Michaels, and so Dana Carvey is recognized generally as being the person to crack the Lorne Michaels impression.
And so Mike Myers is doing a Dana Carvey impression of Lorne Michaels.
Dana Carvey apparently had some hurt feelings over Mike Myers appropriating his Lorne Michaels impression for Dr. Evil.
And it took him a long time to get over it.
It took him a while for them to mend.
They have made up, though.
But they have made up. And they actually appeared together recently, I believe, at an award show, and I think they appeared.
They did like a reunion,
right,
with the director and everybody.
And they appeared as Wayne and Garth on Saturday Night Live for the
45th
anniversary.
Whatever, yeah.
Right.
And yeah, in 2017, check that out on the internet because it's there. I saw it today. So Wayne's World remains the top grossing film based on an SNL sketch, and it's the top film by a landslide. We'll talk more about that in a minute. It's directed by this lady named Penelope Spheris. She is beautiful. Good job, Penelope. Well done on this film. She was known as a rock documentarian before Wayne's World, which is kind of why she got this job. But she did lots of documentaries on all kinds of rock bands, and specifically some metal bands. So they thought, Lorne Michaels thought she'd be a good fit for Wayne's World. After getting her big break on Wayne's World, she went on to direct some other like TV property films, such as The Beverly Hillbillies, Little Rascals, and the
Tommy Boy?
No, try again.
Black Sheep?
Yes, Black Sheep. Chris Farley.
Right.
Yeah.
She also appeared in this film.
He did. She also directed the Grammy-nominated video for Bohemian Rhapsody from the film.
Oh.
Yes. So, a quick synopsis of the movie. Because if you're like my mother, you didn't make it through the entire film.
Right.
I know. It's hard to get a film that everybody likes.
Right.
But we're trying. And if you don't like it, you can still try it. So these two guys do a cable access show out of their basement, which I wanted to know, like, how do they know how to do that? How do they have the equipment and know how? It seems very complicated, though.
They had a crew.
I know, but if you didn't have Facebook Live and the internet, would you know how to put a TV show on cable access?
No,
Me neither.
I mean, I think they got the equipment and they had the people that knew how to run it. I don't really know how cable access in general works, if this is an accurate depiction.
Look into it. Let's start a cable access show.
I don't know that cable access exists.
Sure
currently.
It does.
It does?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway, they live in Aurora, Illinois, suburb of Chicago.
Right.
And this is the story of selling out, which was a big no-no for musicians in the 90s especially. That was a big topic, like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, lots of talk about selling out. And so that's what Wayne and Garth do. They sell out and then they regret it, or Wayne does. Garth is just along for the ride. He didn't really make any of those decisions. They sell their show to a producer who in turn sells the show to a sponsor, and none of it goes well. Cable access has been replaced by YouTube. Great point, Elizabeth.
For the most part.
But it's very easy to do YouTube. I feel like it was difficult to put your show out there on the cable. So the most famous scene from the film is them singing Bohemian Rhapsody in the car, which we have here. Ta-da!
I see
there it is.
Just a silhouette of a man.
Oh, I thought you were going to keep going. Okay.
It's all in.
So the director, Penelope Spheris and Mike Myers fought on set a lot. Apparently Mike Myers can be a little bit difficult to work with. Most memorably, they fought about the Bohemian Rhapsody scene. He did not want to do the headbanging part of the scene, which is funny because when I was watching the movie, I thought, he's not really into it. Like, he headbangs like this, and everyone else is like throwing their hair all over the place. The AMC Pacer, yes, that was a beautiful car. So he didn't want to do the headbanging part. He said he couldn't move his neck like that, and he thought that no one was going to laugh at it. And according to Penelope, he blocked her from directing Wayne's World 2. Did I say that right? Wayne's World 2, yeah.
Who did direct Wayne's World 2?
Another person that wasn't Penelope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone
Thank
else.
You for narrowing
You're
it
welcome.
down.
Oh my goodness, there's so much, Tiana, there's so much to teach people out there. You're doing the Lord's work out there, teaching people about Wayne's World. I appreciate that. Bohemian Rhapsody, after this film came out, rose to number 2 on the Billboard singles chart, 17 years after the song was released. Freddie Mercury died a few months before this film came out, but he did get to see footage from the scene, specifically the headbanging part in the car, and he thought it was hilarious, so he gave his blessing. Michael's doing some quotes, and Susan both are. I'll read them for your enjoyment. If you're gonna spew, spew in this.
Spew in this.
The little Dixie cup, and then
She bails. It was never meant.
Stacy, Wayne's ex-girlfriend, gives him a gun rack, and he says, "I don't own a gun, let alone several," which would facilitate the need for a gun rack. It's lots of funny lines from this. Let's see. Myers was relieved that it was well received. He had worried that it would come across as taking a whiz on a Picasso. So this came out in 1992. I was in, and you were too, because guess what? We're the same age. We were in the 8th grade. You're not younger. We're the same age in the same grade.
I was in the 8th grade.
I was in the 8th grade.
I saw it at the Eastgate Theater.
I probably saw it with Ken Scruggs. Ken, do you remember? And I went out and I bought, this was my introduction to Bohemian Rhapsody and my introduction to Queen. I don't know why it took me so long to learn about Queen.
I had the cassette tape, listened to it quite a bit.
I had the CD.
Oh yeah, my, that must have been very nice for you.
I bought the Wayne's World soundtrack. I bought the Queen Greatest Hits. I was a Greatest Hits girl. And became a Queen fan through this movie. And in the film, Bohemian Rhapsody is played on tape. He gets out a little tape cassette and puts it in the tape deck. But then, if you recall, he gets a portable CD player for his car after he gets the $5,000.
And that was the pinnacle of audio equipment in the 90s, I would say.
Yeah.
That upgrade from a cassette to a CD player.
Yeah.
Was
I never got a CD player in my car until cars came with CD players.
I just remember I had friends.
And you remember you had to take the little interface off so it wouldn't get stolen.
But I was thinking more along the lines, I had friends that had a CD player that had the cassette tape adapter.
Yeah,
yeah.
You just put the tape in, and it's got a cord that goes to the
Right,
but you'd have to be real careful about it skipping.
Yeah,
because if you hit a bump or something,
Right.
Some notable co-stars and cameos from this film. Rob Lowe plays Benjamin. He was like the perennial '90s villain. He was a villain in Austin Powers. He was a villain in Tommy Boy, and he loved a baggy suit. Like they loved a baggy suit in the '90s.
The '90s, everyone wore It was all about a baggy suit.
I didn't like that look.
Yeah.
Tia Carrere, am I saying Carrere right?
Carrere.
Okay. Plays Cassandra, and she's a fantastic singer. Ken confirms that we did see Wayne's World together. Thanks, Ken. Let's see. Brian Doyle Murray, who is Bill Murray's brother, plays Noah Vanderhoff, the arcade owner. Laura Flynn Boyle plays Stacy, and with the lovely Wayne necklace on. Should I get a necklace that says Thomas?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like there's a real missed opportunity going on here because I'm holding these sheets and there's nothing funny written on the back of them about you.
I would be so mad if you did that.
I wish I had thought of that.
That would require you to be on time.
Snap.
Chris Farley is a security guard. He shows up for a hot second. Meatloaf plays a guy named Tiny. Robert Patrick, you know who Robert Patrick is? You don't know who that is? It's the cop from the Terminator.
I know who he is.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were being for serious.
I knew who he was before you did.
You're wrong.
You just recently saw Terminator.
But I knew about it.
Because I compelled you to.
Yes, Stacy flipping over the car is great in her real tight biker shorts. Let's see. Ione Skye from Say Anything. She shows up at the very beginning. Ed O'Neill is the manager of the donut shop. And Alice Cooper plays Alice Cooper. My favorite part is Garth's Foxy Lady dance. I was LOLing all over the place.
Foxy.
You want to do it for us?
No, I won't.
Oh, it's really funny. I'm going to watch that on repeat again later. And then I also loved Garth leading the crew in the Mission Impossible scene. I think Garth was definitely the best part of the movie. Has 3 different endings. There's the Cassandra ends up with Benjamin ending, which boo. There's the Scooby-Doo ending. And there's the mega happy ending, which is the real ending. It was well received by critics. It holds an 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. Roger Ebert said this about it. He said, I walked into Wayne's World expecting a lot of dumb, vulgar comedy. And I got plenty. But I also found what I didn't expect. A genuinely amusing, sometimes even intelligent undercurrent. Yeah. Smart movie.
It's got a heart.
All right. So, Garth, I thought you could do this next part for us.
Okay.
These are, I'm calling this section Wayne's World Lexicon, because there's a lot of sayings from this film that have just made their way into our collective lexicon, things we say all the time, even today, many, many, many years later. So here you go. It's 2 pages, so you can, like that. Okay. Because he loves an impression, so I thought I'd let him have at it.
Wayne's World Lexicon.
Just read the things.
These words and phrases have worked their way into our collective lexicon. Extreme close-up.
You gotta... Thomas,
yeah.
You have to do it in the voice.
When I'm always doing voices, and you're saying, Thomas, don't do the voices.
But this is the time.
You want me to do the voices.
Yeah.
Okay. Extreme close-up. Whoa! You do one.
No, I don't want to.
Do the one.
I don't want to.
I mean, you danced on Facebook Live
That's
for
all I have in
20
me for
minutes
this week.
straight on Tuesday. You won't do an extreme
This
close-up?
is your section.
Okay. Party on, Megan.
Party on, Thomas.
Yeah. 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 How do you try it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
No.
We're terrible at this.
No way.
Way.
No way.
No, you're doing it wrong, but it's okay. Keep
way.
going. Just no way.
Way.
Okay, but
Doing it,
you're not
it's
excited enough.
Exactly from the film. Swing. I'm gonna leave that at that. Are you mental? That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said. It's not
Michael
from The
Scott on
Office.
The
The Office stole it from Wayne's World.
Excuse me? Bacon powder? Hey, Megan, sphincters is what? Sphincter says what?
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, do you remember that part?
Game on, car. Yeah, when
they're playing hockey in the street.
Right. Not. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. I'm gonna hurl. Don't spew.
Don't spew. If you're gonna spew, spew
in
into
this. Right. Whoa. Can I do this last part? No. Oh man. I played that video.
That's good. Okay, Tiana interviewed Alice Cooper recently and posted her interview with Alice Cooper in the event. So go check out the event after this and read Tiana's interview with Alice Cooper. Did you ask him at all about Wayne's World, Tiana? Also, I saw Abraham Lincoln in there. Yes. If she was a babe, she'd be... No, if she was a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln.
In France, she would be called Le Renard and hunted with only her cunning to protect her. I can't remember the exact one, but I like that.
So Wayne's World inspired a video game, which was a flop. And 2 years ago, God, Tiana, I remember it like it was yesterday. Gosh, time flies when you're old. Also inspired a hit roller coaster called the Hurler in this park called Carowinds in South Carolina and Kings Dominion in Virginia. They were both owned by Paramount, and Paramount sold them in 2006, so the rides were renamed, and away went the paraphernalia that fans could check out while they stood in line. Oh, good. You did talk about... Okay, I'm going to go read the interview after this. Well done, Tiana. Okay. How many of you were fans of the Wayne's World sketch before the Wayne's World movie? Me. Wayne's World was actually based on a character that Mike Myers created on the sketch comedy show CBC Television, back up in Canada, where he's from. Wayne's World first aired on SNL in 1988. Famous guest stars from on SNL with Wayne's World. Wayne Gretzky appeared in a dream sequence.
Aerosmith?
Yeah.
Madonna? I'm just naming people that from memory.
Yeah.
They may be on...
Madonna also appeared in a dream sequence. Ed O'Neill played one of their high school teachers and plays a very similar role in the films. Jan Hooks, who was a cast member, she was a babe from their school. Garth's father was played by Phil Hartman. Tom Hanks, hilarious, as an Aerosmith roadie and Garth's cousin. And Aerosmith. And I posted a link to the Aerosmith Tom Hanks sketch in the event, so go watch it. It's really, really, really funny. There were 21 total sketches, or 19 total sketches during the regular run of the show, and then 2 bonus episodes, one in 2011 when Dana Carvey hosted, and one in 2015 for the 45th anniversary. 21 Wayne's World sketches. That's a lot. That's a lot of sketches. Then there was also a sequel to the film called Wayne's World 2. It's a real original title. And I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this, because I read the plot synopsis and it rang no bells with me.
Oh my gosh.
You've seen it?
Oh, of course.
They put on a music festival. That's kind of the plot of the second one. Critics mostly liked Wayne's World 2, but audiences did not show up, including myself. But Thomas was there.
I guess the world had moved on by that point.
Oh, I forgot about these pictures. This is Wayne's World on SNL. There they are. It looks just like us. And this is Tom Hanks. He looks so young. He was really funny. He was good. Okay, so now... we're going to talk about movies made from SNL sketches. There have been 11 total, and most of them have been failures.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you 11 to 1 on how they did at the box office. The first one was from 1994. Wayne's World was a big hit, like I said. And so Lorne Michaels was like, let's roll out movies for all these sketches and make lots more money. And it just didn't work out like that. So number 11 from 1994, It's Pat. Now, the It's Pat concept does not age well at all. In fact, I'm not even going to show you the poster because it's just a bad idea. They should never have made it. It made less than $1 million at the box office. In fact, it made $60,000. Next up, number 10, Stewart Saves His Family. from 1995. It also made less than $1 million, $900,000. Thank you. Wayne's World 2 was fun, but you better know who Jim Morrison was. Yeah, I do. Don't worry. Okay, number 9 was Macgruber. I think Ken is a Macgruber fan. It made $8.5 million. Still, we're in the losing money column. These movies are in the red. Number 8 is The Ladies' Man. Hello there. It made $13.6 million in 2000.
I got my Cavassier.
Yeah. Oh, Lordy.
You drank Cavassier.
I know, but the voice was just terrible.
He would have Cavassier and have ladies
I
over.
know.
That's why
I know.
he's the ladies' man.
Number 7 is Blues Brothers 2000. Made $14 million. Lost money.
Yeah.
Next up, and why in the world did they make this movie?
Well,
I mean,
because Coneheads was a very popular. I mean, it's an iconic.
yeah,
Saturday
but
Night Live sketch.
it was popular like 20 years before they made this
in
movie.
the 70s, and
Yeah.
this was in the mid 90s.
2000s.
Well, no, it was not in the 2000s. That movie came
Just
out
kidding. It was
in
1993.
In the
I know.
early 90s.
I know.
I saw it at the Dollar Theater.
Anyway, it made $21 million. Still lost money. Okay, now the top 5 are actually made money. These were successes. So we have A Night at the Roxbury. It made $30.3 million. Then we have Superstar. This one made, from 1999, $30.6 million. Hey, Molly Shannon.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I put my fingers underneath my armpits like this, and then I smell them like this. That's from that movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad it's...
I wasn't just sharing something
And then let's see. We have Wayne's World 2. That was from 1993, 1 year after the first Wayne's World, and it made $48 million. Much, much, much less than the first one. Then we have the original SNL movie, Blues Brothers, from 1980, and it made $57.2 million. So that was a pretty good success. But then clear out in the front at number 1 is Wayne's World. And that made $121.6 million. Party on, Wayne. Party on, guard. Okay. Now, we're going to do some trivia. Do not show those pictures. They're secret pictures. Let's see, what did I miss? People love Coneheads. Okay. I stand corrected. Well, no one went to see the movie.
I thought it was fine. Chris Farley is in that. He dates the daughter. And
I think I saw it.
Very prominent. There's a very important scene that takes place in a subway.
Mean Girls is not an SNL movie. Good question, Michael. Mean Girls was written by Tina Fey.
It's not based on a skit.
It's based on a book. It's based on like a nonfiction book about how girls are mean to each other in middle school. It's called Queen Bees and Wannabes. So it stars a lot of SNL people, but it's not an SNL movie. Thomas. Why do you think that these beloved sketches from SNL don't typically translate well to the screen?
Because I think sometimes something that works as a 3 to 5 minute sketch can't be extended to a feature-length film. Sometimes there are those that are of the opinion that some Saturday Night Live sketches go on for too long.
And I think just also the atmosphere is different. Like having that live audience and performing live and in front of them, I think lends itself to a different type of comedy than a feature film.
Sure. But I think any of these skits...
Blues Brothers was loosely based on SNL characters, Michael.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think any of these films that turned out not so great under different circumstances could have been good movies. It's just all about the people behind them, really.
Okay, you ready for some trivia? Let's do it. Okay, so there are, guys, there are tons and tons and tons of SNL cast members that have gone on to have really great movie careers, and so many of, like, my favorite actors. But I narrowed it down to 10. And what you want to do this part?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm here to work.
Good. What we're going to do, what Thomas is going to do, is read a list of characters that they have played in films. It's going to just tell you their character's name. And you have to name the actor that played these characters. And then he's going to name 5 characters. He's going to start out hard, and it's going to get a little easier. But as soon as you know it, go ahead and shout it out. Do you understand how to play?
I think so, Ray. I say the words on the page that you give me.
Okay, but you don't say the answer.
Right.
Remember? Okay.
So this gentleman played a character named Arthur Denton. Herman Bloom.
It's a little slower, maybe.
Garfield. Carl.
Say it.
Spackler.
You're about to make me irritated.
Oh, no. That's the last thing that I want to do. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you.
I mean, read them like a normal person, loudly and clearly. But
Arthur
maybe...
Denton.
Okay.
Herman Bloom. Garfield. Carl Spackler. Dr. Peter Venkman. That was very clear.
Maybe what I meant... He can't hear you. I told you.
What? Someone can't hear me?
Because you're so far away and you're whispering.
Arthur Denton. Herman Bloom. Garfield. Carl Spackler. Dr. Peter
Woohoo!
Venkman.
Brian with the win. So when
winner.
I said slower, what I meant was like space between each one of them.
Right, to give people a moment to consider them.
Yeah. Yes, correct. The answer, Brian is the winner, is Bill Murray. There he is. It's Carl Spackler.
Yep.
Love Bill Murray. Love Bill Murray. All right, you ready for number 2?
Yep.
Oh, wait. Someone needs to write down the answers. I mean, the
winner?
Yeah.
I don't have a pen.
Do you have a phone?
I don't have a phone.
Angie, if you're out there, can you write down the answers to these, please?
I don't always have to be in front of a screen. I'm here now. I want to be here in the moment.
I know.
So I left my phone
But I
inside.
think that Angie is listening, and I think that Angie will write down the winners' names for us.
Of course.
Because she rocks.
All
Okay,
right.
next, number 2.
Number 2. This gentleman played a character named Harold Crick.
Yeah.
Bob Woodward. Buddy. Ricky Bobby.
Lean forward and talk louder.
Well, you have this written as Rob Burgundy, but it was Ron Burgundy.
It is a typo.
Ron Burgundy.
Okay.
He played Rob Burgundy?
I bet that someone's going to get it. You said a lot of good names there. You want to say him again?
Harold Crick.
Michael wins! Woohoo! Way to go, Michael. The answer is this fine-looking gentleman right here, Will Ferrell.
What is that you're doing?
That is my Will
Just
Ferrell.
leave the impressions to the professionals.
I do some good impressions.
I mean, was that a Will Ferrell impression, or that was your attempt at Rob Burgundy? Maybe it might have sounded like Rob Burgundy.
Shut up. I like you less and less the more we're quarantined.
Oh no! Okay, let's see if I can recover. All right,
Number 3.
Number 3.
Scott Farrell. Tiana said Scott Farrell from the Shreveport Times is Will. Are they brothers? Maybe.
Okay, number 3. You picked some real strange ones here. Hot Tub Repairman?
Yeah.
Okay. This person, you might know him as playing a hot tub repairman.
You might. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Dusty Bottoms. Erwin Fletcher.
He has a nickname.
Ty Webb. Clark W. Griswold.
W?
Yeah.
Oh, Michael wins again.
Michael,
You're about to be
the
disqualified.
prizes are for everyone.
But he does win with Chevy Chase. There he is. Love him.
Okay.
I love all of these people so much. Like, SNL puts out some just such good people. I love them.
Number 4. She played someone named Kate.
Kate. Remember I said they start out hard and they get easier.
She also played an Entertainment Tonight reporter.
Yep. It's true.
Is that what she's credited as?
Yes, these are the IMDb credits.
Okay. She played someone named Nadia. She played someone named Claire Foster. She played someone named Miss Norbury.
Yes, and Brianna got it right. Yay, Brianna! It's Tina Fey.
Also,
my girl Tina.
Liz Lemon from 30 Rock.
Yeah, but I was only doing movies.
But you put Liz Lemon.
Oh, sorry. I lied.
Yeah. Liz
Hey,
Lemon.
hey girl, hey.
Rock
Good job,
Lemon.
Brianna. It's Tina Fey.
Moving on, number 5.
You're just ready to go, aren't you? Are you
No.
hungry or something?
I mean, I am hungry, but that's not why. You like to be on schedule and efficient. Number 5.
I don't like to lollygag.
Aaron Gilbert.
He loves to lollygag, so we
Not a
have conflict about it a lot.
I'm not a lollygagger. I think we have different opinions as to what lollygagging is. Number 2. Rough Nut. Rough Nut. Is that the character's first name or last name?
It's her every name. It's her one name.
Is
She's a
it
Cher. I'm a Madonna.
Is it an animated character?
Well, if I said that.
Okay, Rough Nut. So she played Aaron Gilbert, Rough Nut, Miss Hattie, Maggie Mayhem,
Maggie Mayhem.
and Annie.
Annie. Remember Annie?
This is tough.
I know, that one's tough. She didn't have very memorable names.
Aaron Gilbert, Rough Nut, Miss Hattie.
Ooh, but she plays something in an upcoming
Maggie
movie.
Mayhem,
What's her name in their upcoming
Amy.
movie?
Oh, she's going to be playing Cheetah in Wonder Woman 1984.
Well, you're not supposed to say the name of the movie.
Oh, well, I thought we were at a point where we were trying
Well, we
to
can
help
be.
out as much as we could.
It's not Rashida Jones. Good guess. Tiana loves SNL actors, but not SNL. That's a shame. I love SNL. Not Molly Shannon. You're doing good guesses. Annie. Annie is the lead in a movie. She doesn't get a last name. It's a movie with Maya Rudolph. It's a movie with Rose Byrne. Yes, Ken!
Kristen Wiig.
The answer is Kristen Wiig. She says, I'm ready to party.
All right.
She also says, help me, I'm poor.
I
say that to
I
Thomas
really
a lot.
enjoy her Kathy Lee Gifford. Like when she's with Hoda.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
drinking the white wine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 6.
Love this actor.
Played a character named Pip. Pip.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Howard Ratner.
Howard Ratner was this year. Oscar-worthy performance.
He played Dracula.
In several films.
He played a character named Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
And he also played a character named... You guys might not need this one, so I'm giving you a moment. Because this one kind of
Just
gives
go ahead
it
and
away.
say it. It says
Billy
Bobby
Madison.
Boucher. Bobby Boucher gives it away.
Billy Madison, Bobby Boucher, Dracula, Howard Ratner, and Pip.
Yay, Robert! It's my boy Adam Sandler. This is not one of his comedic roles. This is him playing Howard Ratner in Uncut Gems. I love this movie. And so did Thomas, which surprised me a little bit. So Brian has an interesting point. Brian says you love the SNL cast from when you were in high school. And Vicky says you love the SNL cast from when you were in college. So right around those formative teen, early adult years. I agree with that. Although, I like all the SNL cast. I like the really early ones. I like the ones from when I was growing up. I like them now. I like all SNL.
I think you might have a soft spot in your heart for the ones
You
from your
do,
formative years,
but it also takes...
But I have an appreciation for...
I think it takes a while to get used to a new cast. Like, once you love a cast and they leave and you have to get used to the new people, you're just like, they're not as good. They're not as good as the people that I knew. But then you get to love them and you get to know them better. Like, I don't think there's anyone that's ever going to be better than Tina Fey and Amy Poehler as Weekend Update, personally. That's just my opinion.
I need to move on.
You're ready.
To
Okay.
number 7. James Thunder Early.
Huh?
James Thunder Early.
Yeah, that's true. That's what it says.
Rudy Ray Moore.
Rudy Ray Moore? Who played Rudy Ray Moore?
Prince Akeem.
That's okay. That's all given away.
Donkey.
Donkey.
And Axel Foley.
And Axel Foley. Ken, this is just full of references for you today. Tiana loves Mad TV, but not SNL. Interesting.
What?
Jane Curtin. Beverly's trying hard to get Jane Curtin in there. Robert wins again. Yes, good job. A lot of right answers coming in now. Robert was first with Eddie Murphy. Here he is as Rudy Ray Moore in Dolomite Is My Name from this year.
All right, moving on. Number 8. This person played somebody named MC Gusto. He played someone named Rufus. He played Kurt McKenzie. He played Andre Allen.
Is that the end of it?
And someone named Marty.
This is another hard category because the names aren't super memorable, but the characters are, and he is.
Marty, Andre Allen, Kurt McKenzie, Rufus, and MC Gusto.
MC Gusto. It's
No
impossible?
one's gonna get these.
Well, let me help you
hard.
out. Rufus was from
Yeah, I know.
Dogma. Does that help? Rufus and Dogma?
That's true. He
Yeah.
was Rufus in Dogma. Not Rufus from Bill and Ted.
What were some of the other names?
Kurt McKenzie, Andre Allen.
He was MC Gusto in a movie called CB4,
He was also in Lethal Weapon 4.
which was a parody of hip-hop movies like Boys in the Hood.
He's also in the Grown Ups films.
That's one of them. It's from the Grown Ups films.
Someone got
Yes, Elizabeth got it with a typo, but I'm going to give it to her anyway. Chris Rock, and here he is in CB4. Vicky says that she loves Gilda Radner. Oh, I love Gilda Radner. Did you see the movie Love Gilda? It's streaming now, so you can see it. But it is, oh my gosh, I love Gilda Radner so much. Rosanna Dana. I did that wrong, but you get the picture. Okay, so who ended up getting Chris Rock? Elizabeth. Way to go, Elizabeth. Okay,
Number
next.
9. He played a cabbie. I know that's one
Yeah,
you're
I
referring
know.
to. Lewis Winthorpe III.
Yeah.
Zelensky.
Mm-hmm.
Elwood. Dr. Raymond Stantz.
Those are all pretty memorable ones. The cabbie might be a little hard, but he was a cabbie in a well-known movie. Say the names again, loudly and clearly.
Cabbie.
Oh, Brian already got it.
There we go.
Good job. Lots of typos on this one because Aykroyd is hard to spell. But yes, Brian wins with Dan Aykroyd. Here is Ray Stantz. And Thomas dressed up as Ray Stantz for Halloween.
Yep.
Out of all the Ghostbusters, he chose Ray to be. It's fine. It's your choice.
That was the one I went with.
I would have gone with Venkman.
I love all the Ghostbusters.
I do too.
But I went with Ray.
Good. Okay, good work, everyone. We have 2 more. No, this is our last one. Last one. If you haven't won yet, get your fingers ready.
Deborah Hammer. Jess Carr. Wife Fish.
Yeah, the white fish.
Jillian Holtzman.
Mm-hmm.
And soon to play Carol Baskin.
She's going to play Carol Baskin, y'all. Someone said that you look like Tiger King.
I know. That occurred to me the moment we began. I said, "Oh my, this is unfortunate." I also like this person's Justin Bieber impression.
Ellen DeGeneres. Good Ellen DeGeneres.
I'm 90s.
Ellen.
I'm 90s.
I'm Ellen.
I'm
I'm Ellen.
Yeah, I'm Ellen.
We're terrible at impressions.
I'm good at him.
Yes, Vicky, you get points for slow internet.
I
I'll give
do.
you all the points.
I do a very solid Bill Clinton.
That's the only thing I can do up to that. I'm Evan.
I'm 90s Ellen.
It's not Amy Poehler. It's Kate McKinnon. Ken got it right. Here she is in the new Lady Ghostbusters. Looking like a boss. Hey, Kate. What's up, girl? So well done, everybody. Now, there's lots that we didn't get to. I mean, some of you mentioned like Gilda Radner, Jane Curtin. Who else is a good one? It's been in some good movies. I mean, there's tons of them. Chris Farley. We didn't get to Chris Farley.
Little known fact.
Amy
Robert
Poehler.
Downey Jr. was
Robert
a member
Downey
of the
Jr.
Saturday Night
Billy
Live cast
Crystal.
briefly.
Billy Crystal was on it.
Anthony Michael Hall was briefly
Julia
on
Louis-Dreyfus.
Yep.
So many great
great
people.
passed through during the year or two that Lorne Michaels was not
Yeah.
in charge.
Well, we're sticking with the SNL theme for next week. It's not really an SNL theme, but it features an SNL star. And I don't think a lot of people have seen this movie, but you should because, well, you're going to because we're watching it this week. But it makes me laugh so hard. I love this movie. I love these two actors. I don't know if you've seen this movie before or not, but I hope that you watch it with us this week, and I hope that you love it. Ready? Here it is. It's a movie called, have you seen this movie?
Mm-hmm.
No. It's a movie called Date Night, starring Steve Carell and Tina Fey. They are a married couple that go out for just a regular old date night to dinner, and they get into some crazy hijinks. Crazy. It's a lot of fun. I love this movie. I hope that you watch it with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't promise that we'll be in costume again, but maybe we'll see what we can do.
I don't know about that. I think I'm having some
dress
sort
like
of
Steve Carell?
allergic reaction to this wig. I'm not sure where it was purchased or how much it cost, but I don't believe it to be high quality.
It looks good on
My
you.
scalp is quite itchy.
You look good.
There will be repercussions.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed date night this week. It's a ton of fun, and I love you all, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye, guys. Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Megan.